Hi guys, I just wanted to share this video with you about a recent trip I took to Dobuita Street in Yokosuka. I posted some videos on a Facebook page recently and it got some really positive feedback, so I thought I would make another video. Now I know this has been done to death, there's loads of people who have made videos about this, but I was lucky enough in 2018 at the release of the Shenmue 1 and 2 HD that Sega did a promotional tour around Dobuita Street, and purely by accident, I just happened to be in the right place at the right time and I managed to do this tour as well. So towards the end of the video, I'm going to share some information about the maps and the guides that Sega released, as well as some of the locations that they pointed out on Dobuita Street, with some famous faces which you'll see, which I've sort of interspliced to the footage I'm about to show you. So yeah, I hope you enjoy what I've put together here. So the reason I came down to Yokosuka here, we can see this is not quite the harbour. The harbour is actually on the other side of these buildings. You can see here, this is actually the naval area. It was to meet a customer and she had a store on Dobuita Street. So yeah, I just came to meet her. In this clip here you can see the Dobuita Street sign. And I wasn't really paying attention when I made this video. I was trying to show you down the street here, but I was very conscious of people walking around me and I didn't want to get people on camera, so unfortunately we have a footage of a tree. So this bar reminded me, I think it's called MJQ Jazz Bar, where you meet the sailors and play billiards with them. I kind of got that vibes from this bar here. And this is the famous Tom and Jack. Everybody takes this, although it's got nothing to do with Shenmue, it's got Tom in it. And they don't sell hot dogs, but everybody takes this video, so I just thought I would share that with you on this one. And here we're just looking down Dobuita Street, and this jacket store on the right kind of gives some Water Dragons feel, but there's no guy with purple hair running that store. And this is actually at the opposite end of Dobuita Street, looking back down it from where that last video was, just so you can see how kind of reminiscent it is from Shenmue. This is the Famey Army Surplus store. So actually when I came in 2018, this had been selected by Sega as a point of interest. And is his name Ono-san, the guy in the orange camo? They had a standee of him standing outside, which you can see in this photo here. And the guy actually running this store had some little promotional Shenmue beer mats that he would give away. If you made a purchase, he could give you one. I think there's about 5 that you could choose from. And this is one of the many car parks, which the reason I took a picture of this one was because it's actually kind of in the same location as the one from the game. But the real life Dobuita Street is just straight, it doesn't hook round like in the game. And this is a path that looks like it's going up into Yamanose, but actually this doesn't really go anywhere. There's a park at the top here and it's a residential area, but it doesn't lead to where you think it's going to from the game. And this was a kind of like a back alley, and this is a little tiny bar which kind of made me feel like it was Heartbeat's bar, so I took a few videos of this. And very close to this, just down the road from it actually, is a little tattoo parlor. This is the only one that I could find near Dobuita Street, but I wasn't going to go in and meet Charlie at the time. And very close to one end of the Dobuita Street is this little shop. There's a little man who runs this shop, and he's actually, amongst other things, he's selling a lot of jacket patches, which I thought was very Shenmue. And here, this isn't on Dobuita Street, this is actually maybe 2 roads over. This is a flower shop, and Sega actually selected this one as Nozomi's flower store. And there was a standee of Nozomi here back in 2018. And I'm about to share a picture right here of me and Nozomi outside her flower store in 2018. I actually saw this one by pure accident. I was walking down Dobuita Street with my girlfriend. I just happened to glance down an alleyway and I saw the standee of Nozomi and ran like a little schoolboy over to get my picture taken with her. And this is the Yamanose Shrine, at least this is what Sega said on the tour guide. Where Megumi and her kitten are. As you can see, in real life it's actually a lot bigger than in the game. And for the tour in 2018, this was actually the last location that the map led you to, and you could actually get a stamp from here for Shenmue, and on your guide map there was a little area and you could stamp the area with the Shenmue, which you can see right here. That's the stamp, and this is the guide and the tour. And this actual building on the right has actually been knocked down. When I went back for my work, it had completely gone. And here you can see the stamp on the bottom right corner. That's the limited stamp that you could get alongside the map and the beer mat that I got from the Army Surplus store. And in the Naval Museum on Dobuita Street, you could get Rio and him driving the forklift. You could actually get your picture taken in the face in the hole there. Sorry, that picture wasn't very good, but this one of Rio's actually got a signing on it, but I can't work out who it's supposed to be. But yeah. But anyway, I just wanted to show you the guide that you could get at Dobuita Street. I looked all over the place to try and find these while I was there a few days ago, and I couldn't find them anywhere. I'm not saying that they're not available anymore, but I couldn't see them. But this is the Japanese version I got. There was an English and a Japanese version. I obviously picked up both. And here it's just giving you information about the game on the covers. But on the inside there's actually a map of the whole area. It's mainly for tourism, to drive you to local businesses. This particular one isn't really showing you the Shenmue locations, although it does mention them. It kind of likens real life locations and restaurants to places in the game to just sort of promote local businesses and to get you spending money. And here is the map, and it shows you where the harbour is and all the various locations where game action took place. Like you can see on the far right of that little map in the top right corner, you've got the harbour and then Dobuita Street. And like I said, they've got the locations from the game and how they've likened them to real locations from the real Dobuita Street. And then there's a little bit about going back to 1986, and so there's some photographs there, which was quite interesting. And this is the map again. One side it's just showing you local businesses and where you can get food, kind of Shenmue related. But on the other side of this is the actual tour guide, which will take you to the places where you can see those standees I showed you photos of, as well as the shrine. You can see here it's highlighted various locations that you can go to. In real life, like I said, Dobuita Street is pretty much just a straight line, but in the game it kind of hooks round. But you can see the influences there and how sort of Yu Suzuki put them into the game. I mean it's not like Yakuza, but it's pretty good. But anyway, that's it. I thought I would just share those, not only the videos, but the map, and just give you a little bit of an explanation about what it was. Like I said, you may be lucky if you go back, you may be able to find them. I'm not sure. I couldn't. But regardless, I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching.